I'm making a certain amount of money, but I want to pay myself $160,000, right? And so instead of saying, well, is it more beneficial if I drop my 150 down to 50 or 75 and bring in other people that'll give me more time freedom, that'll help me, navigate and run my business, then I can generate possibly more income for myself. So I think is like you said, learning business and seeing what that next level is. So if I'm, just to recap, hey, I'm a business owner. I'm making a certain amount of money every month. Mm-hmm. I want to switch to an S corp. Okay, I got it. I need to be generating a certain amount of money a month or annually to make it beneficial to me so I could take the flat tax rate, right? Mm-hmm. But I also need to then put myself on payroll as required. I'm on payroll. I have to have a reasonable salary, right? Which I can Google or find on that regard. I also need to have meetings. I also need to be intuitive and purposeful about what my business is doing so I can keep track of that.
Nice strategy.
And that'll help me figure out how to scale and take my business to the next level because I got some time to think about what's happening in my business.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And
I said all of that in my feminine voice. Did you hear that? I took some aggression out. I took some.
Y'all killing me.
So y'all let me know if y'all received it better or not.
It probably fell on softer ears. So the other part about it too is, LLCs are highly audited, right? So you put that Schedule C on your, and so I guess that's a really good point to bring up, right? If you got a LLC, typically you're doing taxes with your personal taxes. They're not separate in a sense, and they're highly audited. When you switch to an S corp, your chances of auditing significantly reduce. I'm not saying you won't get audited, but I am saying it's a long shot, right?
Yeah.
And it allows you just to have that little separation, right?
Yeah.
So the flip side to it is, I think it's overly. What did I say earlier? It's overly.
It's a hype. It's like a buzzword because
hype.
People we know are not ready for the S corp because we just talked about the transition, the change, the things that you need to do when growing and going into that S corp. And I find most businesses are not ready. They immediately think about, oh, it's a tax cut. Either you're not even eligible for the tax cut because you're not generating money to even appreciate the tax cut,
that's
right?
Let's just pause. Let's just put a pin there, right? So everything I said,
and I said it in my feminine voice. Normally, you don't qualify because you're not generating enough money.
No money. Yeah. Let's just plain and simple, right? So everything I said to even switch to an S corp requires us to. The first thing I said was what? How much profit you
need to generate money.
You got to make some money, right? So a lot of people, they overhyping it, and so I'm seeing a lot of people like, oh, I got the S corp. I'm like, well, what you got an S corp? Well, such and such said to get the S corp owned by the trust,
and I can pay taxes. I can pay less taxes.
And we so focused on the structure and the setup that we just forget to generate income.
Make money.
Generate income, right? So from that arena, I'm like, it's overly hyped. Then it's like, hey, I'm cool with the best of them. For sure, it's a tax saving.
And then, right, we don't generate enough money, nor do we have the management discipline to operate in that, right? Because we don't have enough money, then we can't do what? Get payroll. Yeah. So it's all based upon.
And I get it. I have a client right now. It's a huge mindset shift to switch from like you making $500,000 a year from said business, and we still wanting to qualify for a refund. So to do that, meaning that we'll have to write off $500,000 so that your income qualifies for low income to get a refund because you have children, right?
That's really.
And then it's like, hey, well, I need to qualify for certain programs and I need to pay myself. Well, then I'm like, well, in order for you to pay yourself, we need to switch this to an S corp so you can get a W-2 because you can't do it as an LLC. No. You can't 1099 yourself. You can't W-2 yourself as an LLC. You can only do what's called owner's draw, meaning that I transfer money from business bank account to personal account, right? So to do the stuff that you're looking to do, you got to be set up properly.
But I think that goes into the selfishness sometimes of people. They want more than they put out. You want to be able to eat your cake and have it too. and I said that in my feminine voice, so that you can receive me well, right? So you can receive.
Y'all.
So you cannot say I make a $500,000.
Y'all better chill. Somebody better chill.
That you want to write off $500,000
to get a refund.
Now, what kind of sick backwards mindset?
But that's
is
what
that,
I'm saying,
right? Like,
mindset.
So I can get the tax refund for being low income.
Yeah.
What? Now, just
if I was a tax preparer who just with the smoke, I'd be like, yeah, we could. Blah, blah, blah,
you
blah, blah,
ignoramus. I'm mad because you want to write off $500,000 instead of saying, well, let me try to invest in real estate, invest in something else that can help me grow my wealth. I'm going to be so focused on getting a tax refund.
Yeah. So the first time I give you the benefit of the doubt, I look at it from we just don't know, right? We're used to what we're used to. I'm used to getting refunds.
I'm coming back in my masculine voice. You give people the benefit of the doubt. These people trifling. They trifling and they selfish, and you want something from the government that you don't contribute. You self-employed. Why you think you need a tax refund? We just talked about how you get the refund.
I don't disagree with you.
You as business owner, you pay nothing all year, but then you want a refund at the end of the year. That's trifling and selfish.
I guess to slightly defend that, a lot of us become used to like what we're used to. I mean, if you used to go into the store every day and the man...
No, because you used to being poor and broke driving a Honda, but you find yourself in a Mercedes-Benz.
And I think this person has one, too.
I know they do. So I can't say what you used to because you know how to get out of what you used to do if it's not what you like to do.
But, a lot of them, it's people have love-hate relationships.
You used to eat ramen noodles, but you no longer. You
steak and lobsters, y'all. But so a lot of people look, the government took from me.
Don't try to justify that ignorance. He's trying to justify it, Dave. He's trying to justify the ignorant mindset.
They said the government took
nothing. You the taker.
From me.
You the taker.
Now I gotta take from them. They owe me.
How?
Reparations.
You self-employed all year. You self-employed.
They
all
owe
year.
me my reparations. So I ain't gonna report all this. I want the refund because I got 4 kids. Give me my money. Reparations.
No.
And I'm going to make $500,000 on the side.
Repair your mindset. Reparations is short for repair. Repair your mindset that you're not going to get a refund if you made a $500,000 and you want to write $500,000 off. And not with depreciate. You want to hard expense it down so you can get a tax refund. First of all, sir, you and me going to get locked up. I don't believe you have $500,000 worth of expenses. I don't believe it.
All right, look, let me put this out there right now, right? For all you looky-loos, especially the IRS, we do not condone this type of
tomfoolery,
this type of activity, but these are scenarios that's happening in our community, right? I mean, so my approach be to try my best to educate with a little forced hand. I'm like, no, all right, you can't do this, right? So if you want to do this, we got to actually do, go S corp, get on W-2, right? Which is one of the benefits of it. It's a really good entity. I just think it's overhyped, like I said, sometimes because people come to me and they be having the whole setup, and I'll be like, well, to do your S corporation taxes, this is a separate tax, and it's going to cost you this amount of money. Oh, I don't. Yeah, you're a business.
But that's a mindset. Because that's
you're a business
why
owner.
You have to make money, and
you
have to pay
me
for the expenses.
You're gonna pay me somewhere close to. We starting at $1,500, right? So just be, and then we gotta do your personal taxes, and that's a charge. These are 2 separate taxes, right? So you got that, right? So it's just it's a good thing. I'm not disputing it. I love them. I think at the same time that it's overhyped, it's underutilized because a lot of people, we don't know about it. We don't know the benefits of it. And then we try to do these structures based off what we see on the internet.
Yeah. That don't
transition well into it.
It's
right?
hard for a lot of us to move out of the LLC into the S corp.
And you got to maintain them.
Yeah.
So you got to continue to pay. You got to continue to.
That means stability and growth in your business.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's income. I'm coming at you hot. Where is the money coming from? Are we making money? And where can we
be like,
well,
because I don't trust the banks and I don't want to put my money and I'm a
right.
No.
So I'm dealing with clients. We talking about scale, right? S corp. Client runs a dog grooming business, right? So we're like, hey, I'm looking at the numbers, and now we talking big. We putting the big boy, big girl pants on, and we talking numbers. I'm like, hey, we got to scale this income. Like half of your income is going to payroll. So now we have to be strategic about our payroll.
Mm-hmm.
Is it efficient for us to continue to hire part-time kids to do certain jobs, or will it be more beneficial that we might pay a higher payroll for somebody who's like a specialist in the field that can take on more, where it reduces you from, you see what I'm saying? And so we can't get to those conversations
no, for sure.
without having income conversations that's driving that. Because if we making $500,000 and 250,000 is going to payroll, we talking about a company that's generating good money. It's just a structure standpoint or development.
That's pretty typical. You got to find a way to be more efficient and effective.
For sure.
That's like the business owner's thing that's on their mind. No matter how small or big your business is, you every time you think, how can I lean? How can I be more effective and more efficient?
That's
how can
leaders.
I do more with costing me less?
Costing me less.
So for sure,
so it's for sure. Give and take. I see somebody post on their Instagram the other day, hey, these employers is tripping. They want us to do this, and this, and we ain't getting raises. We ain't getting this and that. But, I'm a little biased, maybe because I'm a business owner. Because I ain't saying exploit the people for sure. But a lot of people who complain don't even be given value enough to understand how revenue is generated to give value enough to even
deserve a raise. Right. Help me earn more money.
Right.
Listen.
You just sitting
Get
there
on up out of here.
Clocking my time.
That's right. Okay, Dave said move on.
Punching my clock. Really good question. If y'all got more questions, make sure you let us know. We will be answering them in our Tax Talk segment of every episode. And so make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. And like, share, subscribe again. Make sure y'all have good comments. And we'll see y'all in the next episode. Don't forget to keep minding your biz.
That's right.